The male-dominated society has been in the business of abusing women. That is basically what brought about, for the most part, the rise of what began to be called feminism. I think that women simply don't want to be abused. I don't really think women want equality. Not most women. Most women don't want equality. They just don't want to be abused. When I say they don't want equality, I don't think the woman wants females, or the woman wants to have to do the job of a man. I don't. But when men have authority in our society that includes in women's lives, that authority has been and can be abusive. And that's what women don't want. They don't want to be abused. There's a large segment of males out here who will call me a simp for advocating that. There's a large segment of males, a growing segment of males, who will say he's a simp. Simply because I am stating that women have been abused, have been unprotected, because when it comes up about women being unprotected, I've seen in many of these male podcasts that I see, and even some women who in these manosphere podcasts, they say, no, women are protected because they have many of the laws on their side, particularly when it comes to male-female interaction, particularly and specifically rather when it comes to sex and the birth of children, and how those laws favor women. They do. I don't think it's fair, a lot of them, and because it's like there are a lot of laws that are unfair to men in those situations. There are. But as men, as men, as a male system, there has been some capitulation to feminism in an effort to bring about equality. We live in a system that makes certain things necessary to protect women, but in that process, there is now some abuse of men. This is true. Both can be true. there are some laws that, it's like, when it comes to children, especially when it comes to sex, we now have the Me Too movement. In fact, I haven't heard much about it lately. I haven't heard much about it. Where women start standing up. Me too. It's something. It happened to me. It happened to me too. Some abuse that took place in prominent places, mainly, that ended up getting coverage by the legacy media. And now it's Me Too. Doesn't mean that some women or that women have not been abused, but what has happened is once women have gotten power, they're no better than men.